What's up, everyone? Welcome to episode 81 of the TorontoGameDevs.com podcast. My name is Steve, the main dude behind TorontoGameDevs.com. You guys have me giggling about it. I hate you guys. One of the stupid laughs you hear is Brett.
Yo, what's up, everybody?
From the
He's
main
the
streets
dude
of
behind
London.
the main dude.
The dude behind that other dude you hear behind the main dude of the dude is Dan.
The dude behind the main dude.
Yeah, that's right, dude.
It's
got this squeaky chair?
That's this meme. That's my bad.
Okay.
I'm on my couch in my living room for once. I probably sound different than I normally do on the podcast because
Yeah, you do, actually.
Skype totally dusted me on my iOS that I have downstairs in my main rig, and now I'm using a laptop in my living room. So
all you need to do, though, is just update your machine from the last update, which was 2012. Like, it's not really that hard.
Yeah, but you don't know. You don't know.
Yeah, you're not an audio engineer, all right? You're just a guy who pushes numbers, all right?
Sessions and plugins and
yeah, man,
and
there's a
all
lot.
all the stuff that goes into it. Updating could just be a nightmare.
Yeah, dog, I get you, man. I get you.
That
Those of us in the industry understand updates aren't just updates, you know?
Yeah, exactly. Steve.
I feel like, though, if you had been continuously updating the whole time...
No, he's actually right.
It wouldn't have been an issue. Instead of jumping like 4 years of updates, instead of just updating whenever the updates come out, you would have been fine.
No, that's what you do. You update like every 5 to 10 years, and it's true.
It is true. No,
like I've been in studios that are on like ancient versions of the software that you recorded. You're just like, you guys are still on that? It's like, yeah, man, we got too many sessions, too many gigs happening, and we can't take the time. Not only that, but just you lose legacy stuff, right?
Yeah, it's a pain. So I totally understand what Dan's talking about. It just makes
so
sense.
now I'm on a laptop in the living room.
Yeah.
It's been a while, boys.
It's been a while.
I don't remember what we talked about last time. I feel like we're just going to start a new podcast now.
Yeah, it's a whole new vibe. Took a couple.
What did we do?
What?
How did we start? Hype time? Is that what we usually do?
Yeah.
Any events that you want to hype up then?
Game Dev Drinks, August 23rd. I forget who's coming, but there is someone coming.
Did you get your license?
I do have my driver's license now.
Boom.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm actually shopping for a car too. So I just saved up a couple hundred. Well, a G.
Okay.
So
I was going to say, what kind of car are you going to get for a couple hundred?
I have $1,000 right now saved up, so I'm in the price range for a junkie car. So I'm just in that waiting to pull the trigger kind of mode.
That's fair.
Yeah, and I saw a car like 2 weeks ago that I would have picked up, but someone bought it. I was like, damn. So now I just gotta wait again.
Refresh my memory. Pheasant Plucker. Pheasant Plucker,
August 23rd at the Pheasant Plucker in Hamilton, Ontario, on 20 Augusta Street. It'll be on the second floor from 7:30 to usually about 10:30 or beyond. The event will be up on Eventbrite probably at the end of probably sometime next week. I'm just waiting to get the information from Tom Brown, who hosts the show or the event now that I'm not actually there. So, but I will be there soon because once I have wheels, I'm coming back. So
Nice, man. Did you go to the last one?
Nope. I heard it was really good too.
Nice.
Last one was Oddbirds. Yeah, they were there for the last one, and it went pretty good.
Did it? Perfect.
Yep. So, yeah, and it's still chugging along. We're still finding studios who want to come out and talk to everybody, which has been pretty good. So we're working on year 3 now of operations, and we're just chugging along. So if there's any studios out there that want to come and talk, just send Steve a message, and you guys can link up to me somehow. And come on out and speak.
Follow Brett at Brett Meeser.
Yeah, I'm everywhere.
And TP Smoke.
Don't forget
about TP Smoke.
Follow TP Smoke.
Smoke has passed away.
Google TP Smoke and follow everything that it comes up.
Yeah, at TP Smoke.
No, okay. There's no need for that. Just follow Brett.
If you're going to the CNE this year, there's actually going to be a gaming section there. So
Ooh.
August 25th and 27th, we'll have the 8th annual Bit Bazaar. But I think there's a bunch of other stuff that's going on there. So,
that's cool.
Yeah, that's going to be pretty
So
fun.
wait, Bit Bazaar's happening at the CNE this year?
Yeah.
Whoa. That's awesome.
Big leagues.
Yeah, because I think
great.
I think the last Bit Bazaar was during the Pan Am Games.
What?
During the when they had I forget what they called that event area that they just had downtown on the water.
Right.
They just had a bunch of stuff there, like all sorts of stuff, and they just kind of threw Bit Bazaar kind of like in the middle, like in the middle of it, sort of thing.
Mm-hmm.
But that would have been last summer. Was the Pan Am Games, wasn't it? Or maybe it was 2 summers ago.
I think it was a couple summers ago. I was in Hamilton at the time, so maybe 2 summers ago. Yeah, 2 summers ago.
Yeah, 2015. So that was the last Bit Bazaar that I remember.
I just remember Hamilton losing their mind over it because it was going horribly wrong.
Oh, was it?
Yeah. The whole Pan Am Games didn't do that well.
I thought it did.
No.
Oh, fair enough.
Profitable wise, I don't think it did as well as everyone was expecting.
Oh, that stuff never does. Like Olympic Games and stuff, they never make money.
Yeah, I don't even know why they do them.
I don't know either. Because the Olympic, this is getting way off course, but the Olympic committee is just the most corrupt thing ever. So it's kind of
true. It's not that far off course, by the way. It's still games.
No, because we used to talk about basketball and stuff, and people didn't like it.
Oh yeah, it's true. Sorry for the format change.
You've been a little bit rusty.
Yeah.
Fan Expo is also at the end of this month as well. So
cool.
You can go to that.
Should we say why we've been so busy? Like why we haven't been around? That should be a thing we should probably tell people.
I guess so. I don't remember why we missed it. Last week you were hungover.
I was partying way too hard.
Yeah.
I probably just slept in a few times.
Yeah, I don't think there's a reason. I was telling Dan kind of off mic before, July. I kind of pseudo took July off from the website.
Right.
A little summer action. I didn't really post as much as I would have wanted to. I think I'm pretty sure I missed a lot of things, but
right.
I'm kind of.
You should be allowed to take a month off a year.
Yeah, it's a one-man show.
Like when hockey's not on.
Well, I'm the main dude.
Yeah, you're the main dude, man. You're the main dude. You're allowed to take a day. Main dude's allowed to take a day off.
I've been playing a lot of games lately. I've been kind of diving deep into a lot of video games, which we'll talk about.
That's good.
Nice.
It's not like I was out of town or anything like that, or was particularly busy at work. Like I just kind of just been playing a lot of video games. So
that counts. You can't be the main dude without a lot of video game playing.
Yes, that's true. Dan, do you have any events you want to hype up?
Let me think. No.
That's fair.
No.
Maybe we should just actually, before we talk about the games we've been playing, let's talk about Patreons. You can go to patreon.com/TorontoGameDevs to help support the site that I just said I took off in July. And you could be like Pierre, Brian, Devin, Craig, Gene, Tabby, M5 Games, Gigi, Renaud, Jeff, Lindsay, Tyler, Gala, Dan, Brian, Ben, Steven, Lee, Toby, Dan, again, Chris, and Aaron are all Patreons. Make sure you check out macumasound.com. Brett, sorry, what do you want to say?
Nothing.
Okay. And if you are in the need of some freelancers or contractors on your game dev project, might I suggest Jake Budno, who's an audio guy, Dan, who's also an audio guy, Brian, who's also an audio guy, Lindsay, who's an artist, Craig, who's a writer, and Devin, who's also a writer. Oh, and Gala, who's a developer.
Sweet.
But if you can also just go to the TorontoGameDevs.com/freelance contractors.
Yeah, that would be an easier way to contact people than try to just look for a random person named Devin.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
Not all
If you need
Devins are good
game
writers.
design advice, just message Brad.
There you go.
Cool. The list seems to be getting longer and longer.
Yeah, we're up to 21.
Yeah, you'll get the iPad before you know it, Brett.
Yes. We're almost there, guys.
It's going back.
iPod is almost here. They're not even going to make them anymore by the time I get my chance to get one.
I think
You'll get an iPad 1 that Steve finds at a garage sale like 20 years from now.
Yeah.
you get my old iPad that I barely use.
We did it.
Yeah, we did.
We raised enough to get an iPad.
Brett also said that he would be Patreon number 100.
Yeah, we're far away.
Huh.
Far away.
Although
That's going to take up like an hour just to get through all those names.
Yeah, you're gonna have to start from 100.
And just say the most recent people?
Yeah.
People will drop out and stuff, though, I think.
Yeah, probably.
Especially when they're just kind of... I just mentioned their first name the whole time.
Yeah. You should just say Dan once.
There's 2 Dans.
All the Dans. All the mics, thank you. I just got to wrap this up, guys. I'm sorry.
And make sure you check out MakimaSound.com. Who should we... So, let's talk about the games we've been playing, because it has been a few weeks, so I'm assuming that we've done more than play nothing or play our train game.
Tell you 100% I've actually played nothing.
Oh, wow. Brett.
Yeah, I have been working way too hard to even play anything, so I've been playing nothing.
You're working on your train game.
Yeah, well, aside from playing my game, I was going to swear, so I had to stop myself there for a second there. Besides playing my awesome game,
which is oh wait, it's not on Steam now, is it? But you can
tomorrow.
Oh, tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
I think tomorrow's the release date.
Nice, man.
Steam. I think it's the 8th, to be honest, but yeah, I think it's Tuesday the 8th. Yeah, but it's like sense. We're right here, so it's so close.
Tiny Rails.
Find the actual release date because it's like got it. But carry on words. Put words on us. Yeah, August 8th.
August 8th?
So 1 day and 7 hours.
Probably by the time you're listening to this. Yeah, by the time you're listening to this podcast, Tiny Rails is on
Steam. Yep.
Every time I hear Tiny Rails, it makes me think of Tiny Rick from
I don't know.
my favorite show, Rick and Morty.
I've been meaning to actually watch that.
It's a good show.
Yeah, that's what I hear.
Tiny Rick.
But yes, so that's all I've been doing is just been playing Tiny Rails and working on Tiny Rails. So that's really all I've been playing, man. I haven't played much, and aside from just that and that, man.
Did you ever end up beating Blossom Tales?
Oh yeah, I beat it.
Beat it?
Yeah.
Cool.
Did you finish all the side quests?
What about?
There's no side quests.
What about Dishonored? Did you end up beating that?
I'm not near the end. I'm at like the last chapter. I got to get around. When I come back to playing games, I'll be finishing that up.
See, that's one of the things I made a tweet about earlier this week that got some traction. Where I was just like, I can't. Like, I mean, I still enjoy long campaigns, but man, it's tough. Like, I've been having a lot of fun playing games that I can finish in under 5 hours. It's great, and I find the replayability on games you can finish in under 5 hours when they're done well. Is a lot stronger too. You know, I don't want to play a 30-hour campaign over again, but I will play a 4-hour game over again relatively soon if there's like if there's a reason to. Like I just finished Oxenfree, and that game, as soon as I was done, I was like, I could see myself playing that again soon. You know, because there's so many branching elements. The sort of, you know, branching dialogue is so deep that when you're sitting there and you're going through it, you're like, man, I wish I could make all these different choices and see where it was going to take me right now, because there's so many choices that are that you can tell are affecting the story heavily. So like that kind of stuff is really interesting to me. So yeah, Oxenfree, that's on the list. Beat that recently.
I don't even think I've heard of that. Oxenfree,
yeah.
Like all Oxenfree?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. It's great. It's a
great
game.
What's it on?
Steam and PS4. As I know it's on those two platforms. I don't know what else it's on.
Apparently on iOS and Xbox One and stuff. I think it's on most sites.
The really cool thing about Oxenfree on PS4, though, is because you know how you have the speaker built into the remote control? When you crank that up, like there's a big element in terms of the mechanics of that game is a little handheld radio that you have to tune in frequencies, and it comes through on your
this is kind of cool.
And it's super dope when it's coming through on the controller. You can dial in just like random radio stations and stuff. It's really neat.
But is it really worth $21? It's right now listed $21.99 Canadian. Is it worth it?
Nope.
You already said it.
That's a tough question, man. Because
not worth it.
if you're the type of dude who's interested in this kind of game, like for me, it's worth it, but I can't say it's worth it for everybody.
Mm.
You know,
Pay full price?
I don't recall. I think I probably got it on a sale because it's been sitting on my PS4 for probably like 3 months before I got a chance to really sit down with it. But I had a lot of.
It looks interesting though. Like just
I had a lot of fun playing it. It's the visuals are really interesting. The dialogue is bang on. The voice acting is bang on. The choices that you have to make are really, really interesting, and the story just totally like ends up going pretty deep. And then it's like if you liked Home, you know, you're gonna love Oxenfree.
Home or Gone Home?
Home.
Which one's Home?
Wasn't it called Home? That iOS game that I played recently with like the murder mystery one.
Oh yeah. Ben. Oh man, I'm blanking right now.
Yeah, me too.
Ben Rivers.
Yeah, Benjamin Rivers. Yes, his game. Right.
Mm-hmm.
If you like that, you're gonna love Oxenfree because Oxenfree is like that on crack.
Really?
Yeah, it's like there's a. I mean, you know, it's great. It's
I got it on my wish list. I'll check it out.
Go look up the trophies right now.
What else?
Trophy time.
Again, you guys know me. I'm a narrative guy, right? So that was like, this is. I had a lot of fun playing through that game. I also played through What Remains of Edith Finch.
Mm-hmm.
I know Steve's not a huge fan of those types of games.
Yeah.
But that being said, that one I think you might actually like.
Do you think? Why?
Because it's not just a walking simulator type of game. Like you'd have to get through the first 25 minutes before you have to give it a good chance, because basically you're going through this house and it's like your family's home, and then you go through all these different rooms and you find out how different parts of your family passed away based on this curse or whatever. The first room is like this girl, Molly. You go through her thing. She turns into a cat. All this weird stuff happens. It's kind of interesting. But all of the different deaths are represented in such unique and interesting ways. And you play through the scenarios of their deaths. And it's really... I don't want to spoil it for you, so I'm not going to say too much more, but it's really interesting. It's very creative. It's not like... Everybody's Gone in the Rapture or anything like that, where it starts to get a little monotonous and you really have to rely on the story to tug you through it. It's more like it's fun. It is fun.
Is it worth $27 for someone who's not really a fan of the genre?
Wait till it goes on sale, but play it.
Yeah? All right.
Yeah.
It's next time I see it on sale, I'll pick it up.
Yeah. It really is interesting. Yeah, and what else? Me and Katie did some rounds of Lovers in a Dangerous Space-Time last night. And it's like one of the only games that she actually, gravitated towards. And as she was playing it, I could tell she was like getting into it, getting competitive, and like really starting to have fun with it. You know what I mean? Cool. So that was pretty awesome to see. And we just, we had a lot of fun with that one. We played the first of Ursa Major. I played through that whole campaign, and she loved it. What else? I'm still chipping my way through Grim Fandango. I've opened that up a few times and chipped away through that.
Do you ever play the Telltale games?
No, I haven't played any of those yet.
Okay.
But
because those are all like story-driven ones, and for me, a lot of them are like they're kind of hit and miss, but for me, it's been if I enjoy the franchise that they're playing off of, then I'll like it. Because I played the Batman one recently, and really really liked it. Like probably my favorite one.
Cool.
And I always liked the Walking Dead one in the past, and I'm playing through the Borderlands one right now, and it's so freaking boring. Just because I couldn't really care less about Borderlands' story. So I find that if I'm a fan of the franchise that they're playing off of, then I like the game, because the game itself, like gameplay wise and even tech wise, like isn't anything remarkable. Like it kind of runs like crap, and there's not really much to do in the games other than just kind of walk and solve some simple puzzles. So
right. No, I haven't tried those yet, but I did play a lot of Portal 2.
yeah,
I went back to the PS3. I picked up Portal 2, and I picked up LA Noire. And Portal 2, I was having a ton of fun with. I beat the single player campaign, then a buddy of mine came over and we did the co-op campaign halfway through that. Man, I know I'm like totally late to the party on that game, but it's a ton of fun.
I've never actually played it.
No? Oh
No.
man, it's so fun. And it's so gratifying when you solve the puzzles. I hear that the puzzles in Portal 2 are a little bit easier, just in their construction or whatever. But it's like the physics and how it's how everything is introduced to you very slowly, and you kind of figure out how to solve all these puzzles. It's quite something. But yeah, I'm definitely late to the party on that. If you haven't played that one, just do it, because it's like that one I recommend because it's only $20 on PS3. Yeah, it's totally worth it.
I just don't have a PS3 to play it anymore. I guess I could play it on PC, but not going to do that. Any other games?
Yeah, well, just LA Noire, which
you're kind of going
again.
Yeah, you're going back a little bit.
I'm going back. Yeah, that's like 7
You're also
years
just going ham on the games right now.
Yeah, I've been playing a lot, man. LA Noire is great.
Yeah,
I really like that one because, again, going back to the short campaigns thing, that one's nice because you can just finish a case and then it's done, and then you feel like you've done something. You just turn it off, and move on with your life. You know what I mean? Come back to it later.
Yeah, I like that about that game too. It's been a while. Like I played it when it first came out, whenever that was, like 5 years ago or so. And, yeah, I wish they made a sequel of that, like just kind of like improve the kind of facial recognition stuff.
Right.
I heard that there's going to be. I've heard rumors of a remaster.
Yeah, I remember hearing that too.
But that's. I mean, it was great. Like I really enjoyed playing through it. I think that some of the facial animation stuff is, decent. Some of it is actually amazing. And you sit there going, "Holy smokes!" Like that is. I had a friend of mine over the other day. He's not necessarily a gamer, but the dude who I played through some of the co-op campaign on Portal 2 with. And I showed him one case on LA Noire, and he was like, "Man, this is so crazy." And I go, "Dude, this game's 8 years old." And he's like, "What? I thought this was some cutting-edge shit that we were watching here, So it's, it still holds, it still holds its own like 8 years later, right?
Yeah, the thing that I think, like, when that game came out, that it was like from an Australian developer. I mean, it's all under Rockstar, but I'm pretty sure, like, yeah, the developer went defunct in 2011. So, and I remember, like, when that game came out, there was so much, like, controversy surrounding it in terms of, like, long hours and stuff. And then I think Rockstar just, like, closed it down.
Crazy, man.
Yeah, so Rockstar owns that IP, obviously, but I wonder if they'll just kind of stay away from it. But I really liked it, though.
Yeah, it was pretty dope.
Rockstar.
Yeah, like, I wish they. I've been playing, so maybe I'll actually start once Dan's kind of done talking about the games he's been playing.
Yeah, no, I think I'm basically done. All of those. There may be another one in there somewhere, but yeah, I'm having a lot of fun lately playing some games. I know the show that I normally work on is going to start again in a couple weeks here, so I'm trying to get it all in while I can.
Get your gaming in.
Yeah, but
are you going to get the Uncharted DLC that comes out?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
I'll grab that. I'll probably grab the Horizon one too when that comes out. Oh, and Insane Trilogy. I've been playing that a bunch too.
Oh yeah. So as a fan of Crash Bandicoot, how is it? Like, it's getting, all I ever see is praise about the game on Reddit.
I got 80% on the first game, and then started the second game. It's good. It's a little bit different. Like, obviously, it's remastered, but the hit detection and stuff, there's something different about the way that Crash jumps. It's not. It kind of feels like, I guess the way to describe it would be like if you got that sort of detection box for a platform.
Mhm.
If you just clip the edge of it, you kind of like roll off of it. You know what I mean? Where it feels like anyway. Whereas the first one, like you could stand like right on the edge of something and it'll look like you're practically hanging off and you're still on it. So those like rounded edges kind of like give me a lot of extra deaths. I certainly died a lot. That those levels, like there's some levels that are just so infuriating, man. Like if you haven't played that game, it's just, generally speaking, it's not too bad, but there's a couple levels, especially the ones where you're on like the road to nowhere or whatever, or like take the high road, the ones where it's like on this bridge in the sky. Man, those levels are just brutal. I just died, like I lost like 120 lives trying to get to the end of that level, but it's fun, you know. It's not like, I don't know, it's not drastically different. It's just an upgrade on the look, pretty much. So it's still the same game that you played when you were a kid. So
I was just always wondering if like the kind of the mechanics and stuff from a game that was made in like 1997 would hold up.
Well, I mean, what ends up happening, I think what they ended up doing was they took like the jumping mechanics from 2 and 3, Crash Warped and Cortex Strikes Back or whatever, to into the first game, which was a lot more rough around the edges on the PS1, right? And just to kind of like sort of, you know, smooth over and even out the jumping mechanics across all 3 games. And so yeah, it's a little bit different. And the PS1 stuff it's pretty bare bones. There's not a lot going on there. But then in the later games, you get like sort of dashing and a couple of other things that you can do. Nothing too crazy. So it's pretty simple in general. And how does it hold up? I mean, yeah, it's like, feels like you're playing a retro game, you know? Not a lot going on.
Yeah, sure. Cool.
Just brutally hard platforming.
Did you download the uncut level or whatever?
No, the Slippery Climb or whatever it's called. No, I didn't download that yet.
I heard, like, for those who don't know the story, like, I guess it was a level that was pretty much complete, but the last thing they needed to do was just kind of balance it because it was way too difficult, and they didn't have time to do that, so they just cut it entirely. And I guess they found when they're like remastering the game, they found this level and just kind of have it as DLC as it was. So apparently it was like too, like they just didn't balance it at all. So it's like kind of too difficult. Whether that means it's unfairly difficult or just like too long or something, I don't know. But
I watched a playthrough of it online, and yeah, it looked hard.
Yeah,
really hard.
It's free right now.
I think it was available.
Sorry,
I think it was available on the PS1 as like a
like a Game Shark.
Yeah, maybe it was a Game Shark thing, or maybe it was like just a you know, if you 100% it or something, then you can access the level. I can't quite remember now.
I thought I remember reading that like you could, like it wasn't part of the final shipped game, but maybe it was like on it as a Game Shark hack or something like that.
Right, maybe, yeah.
I'm not sure. Cool. Yeah, I've gotten a lot of gaming done. Grand Theft Auto. Started playing GTA 5, the story mode and the online mode, which is the funnest thing ever. Like I have just so many funny like stories and scenarios and stuff that have happened in GTA 5 since like a week ago when I bought it.
Playing online or?
Yeah, playing online. Like just some of the crazy shit that just happened. Like my friend has like a close like level 150 character, like super high up there, has just millions of dollars. He gave me like a helicopter to just kind of fly around, and he put a bounty on my head because there's a trophy to survive with a bounty on your head. Within like a matter of a minute, someone came and killed me twice, and then took the helicopter and just like flew off. I was like, shit. So just like so many like fun little like things, and just playing with my friend who's, you know, has all these nice cars and houses and helicopters and stuff, just makes it like even more fun.
So he just lend you whatever?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Because I think once you like buy it, it only costs like maybe a couple $100 Summit like to keep ordering them, and he has like millions of dollars now. So, and I'm playing
cool.
the story mode. I played the game back in like PS3 days, but now I never played GTA Online back then. So that's like the new stuff to me. But it's so much fun. Playing through Borderlands, Persona 5, Splatoon 2 came out, and it's a lot of fun, but they just ruined like partying up in that game and the multiplayer, like playing with friends of it, that it just like ruins the game.
What happened?
So you need like an app to kind of talk to your friends. So it's just like, it's stupid. So
Is that clunky? Is that clunky as hell or what?
Yeah, like basically there's a thing that's connected to the Switch controller, then it's connected to this dongle, which is then connected to your phone, and then that dongle is also connected to like a headset. So you have like these 3 wires and this like middle dongle thing. I don't have it, so I didn't bother buying it. But basically it's like it's just like stupid. It's not a thing that just plugs into a controller, which you've been able to do since like 2003 on Xbox. And I guess like if you want to play with, like, the matches are always 4 versus 4, and if you want to play with friends, like the 3 of us, we couldn't team up and go play online. We'd have to get one more player. You can't do teams of 2 or 3. You have to only do a team of 4. So if you and your friend want to play,
right,
you can't team up and do it.
That's kind of lame.
And you can't do like 3 local and just grab a guy online or something like that. Does that work?
If you're all local, it's different, I think. But I don't know if you're all local if you can play online. Like you would just have your own kind of 1 versus 1 or 1 versus 2 or something. I'm not, to be honest, I'm not sure. But I keep seeing online about how people want to play with their friend online, and they need to get like 2 other players.
Is it just pretty similar to the first Splatoon, or do they have a whole bunch of new content?
No, I mean it's pretty. I didn't play the first Splatoon that much, but it's essentially the same game. Like it really is. There's like a horde mode thing that I guess is new, and there might be some like new weapons and stuff like that and new maps, but it is essentially the same game.
Right on.
And I'm just
so it's like a Mario Kart Deluxe kind of situation.
Yeah, exactly. And just like and the horde mode, super fun. It's just like you have to kill these bosses and get their golden eggs and bring it to a certain spot on the map. It's only available every other day, so
what?
They just lock it out. You can't play this mode on like a Tuesday, but you can play it on a Wednesday, sort of thing. And then it just makes no sense. Like they just do these weird things where it's like Splatoon 2 could easily be like a 10 out of 10 game, like game of the year contender, but they just do these stupid, like dumb things. It's a 6 out of 10. Like there's no, if you're a multiplayer focused game, and this is how you handle like teaming up with groups and some of your modes, it's a 6 out of 10. Like it's terrible. Like it's like unforgivable, like that they do this. And Nintendo wants to start charging like $20-$30 a year for their service. It's just like ridiculous.
They only allow you to play a certain mode in the game every other day.
Yeah, like if
that's very strange. That reminds me of like, in Japan how they used to stream, like they had like a Zelda game that they would stream every now and again. Do you know what I'm talking about?
No.
I watched a YouTube video about it. And apparently, I can't remember. It was like a Famicom like internet thing, and then they would actually stream a Zelda game to your thing, like a level of Zelda for you to play. And it only happened like between certain hours on a certain day of the week or something like that. Very strange.
Yeah, when I read about that, I was just like, why Nintendo? Like I couldn't even fathom the actual logic behind it of like why they would do such a thing. So it just made no sense to me.
Yeah, I'm trying to find. There's an app, like a Splatoon 2 app, which actually is like pretty cool app. You can like buy stuff and it shows your rankings and stuff like that. It's pretty like, and it's all under like a Nintendo app. So you download the Nintendo one and there's a Splatoon section. This is what you're supposed to use to group up with people. So I don't do that, but it does like tell you like weapons, like what rank you are and your last like 50 matches and stuff like that. So that's pretty cool. I'm trying to see if there's a way I can see the mode that's only available every other day, but I don't see it. But and I forget like the name of it, but it's basically the horde mode. It's basically like a co-op mode where 4 of you are trying to just like do a common mission or whatever. And it kind of reminds me of like I don't know if you guys remember this, but we were talking about Mario Kart 8, and Brett like gave it like said it was like an 8 out of 10 or 9 out of 10 or something like that, and then we reminded you that the battle mode was like stupid in Wii U, right? It was just the races.
Yeah, I totally forgot about that.
And you immediately dropped it to a 4 out of 10.
Yep.
But it's right. Like if your game is like predicated on multiplayer and being able to team up with your friends and whatever, and you just mess it up, like your game is just like a wasted opportunity. So it kind of sucks because Splatoon 2 is really fun, but they just do stupid Nintendo things that just ruin it.
Yeah, I would give it a low rating just because the multiplayer is dumb.
Yeah, so it's a 5 out of 10. Like, doesn't matter how fun your game is. I've seen people post on Facebook and talk to people in real life, and they're like, "Oh, I have Splatoon 2," and I'm like, I don't even want to play with you. I don't even want to talk about it because like, it's just going to cause a headache to try to like get us to play this game together as friends. Like, whereas I could just play GTA 5, send an invite to my friend, and we're playing together in less than a minute.
Yeah, that's just two different philosophies for online gameplay right now.
Yeah.
Because Nintendo still doesn't understand their philosophy yet of what online play even is. Like that's like the one downside with Nintendo. Like I'll always be a diehard Nintendo fan, but they do not understand the online world yet.
They don't, not anyway.
Which is so weird. It's so weird. We've been having online play since like PlayStation 2.
Yeah.
And it's like, come on, can't you just do this yet? Like, it's so
Do they have any strong online games?
Nintendo?
Yeah.
Only Mario Kart, really. And I wouldn't even say it's like strong mechanically. Yeah, it is. But like the fundamentals around it of like teaming up and team chat and all that stuff is horribly broken.
Yeah.
But the gameplay itself, just like it's the same thing with Splatoon, their gameplay online is tight. It's dope, but they just don't have the stuff that we're used to, the other tools to make online actually an efficient experience,
That whole dongle thing, it looks pretty whack, man.
Yeah.
You know what's going to happen, man. It's like a year from now, they're going to have a new version like they have done with all the DSs and whatnot, new version of the Switch. It's going to have a little bit more juice, going to have a little bit more memory, possibly have the ability to just plug your headphones straight into the thing.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if they haven't done it yet. Like, I mean, people
can't do it yet.
No, but I mean, yeah, like people are saying like Nintendo DS had voice chat, which I don't remember, but I remember the people are saying that on Reddit, so I don't know. I just take their word. But it's like you've had voice chat in the past, and like just look at what Xbox did back in 2003. Yeah. Just look at what they did.
And it's like all headsets come with like voice like headphones now. Like they all come with the damn voice box, man. Like it's all there.
Yeah.
Like it's there. Come on.
Someone posted a photo of like an iPhone 7 because you would need the extra dongle to post into the Lightning.
Yeah, that's true.
So it's just like nonstop.
What a mess.
I know, and Nintendo is really great at coming with their own innovations. Like that much is clear. The Switch, the Wii, whatever. Like just like decades of just them coming up with like their own stuff. Yeah. But then what happens? Like Sony and Microsoft and whoever just copy them. They come up with their own sort of Move controller or analog sticks or whatever, and they are just successful. But Nintendo can't do the other way around. They don't look at other people's innovations like online play and achievements and all this other things. They don't look at like Microsoft and just be like, okay, let's take basically this exact same thing and just twist it a little bit so it's a little bit different. Like they rather just come up with something that's completely stupid than be called an imitator.
Yeah, the achievement thing is huge. Like people really get into that.
Yeah, I'd like honestly.
It's a great way to get more replayability out of a game too.
And it was like I was talking to I was talking to my friend at work because he's a bigger achievement guy than I am. He has double the achievements that I have, and
What?
and him and I are kind of like, dude, you should play. I'm telling him he should play PlayStation. He's telling me I should play Xbox, and it's just like I have no reason to go to Xbox, and he has no reason to come to PlayStation because we're so like invested in our trophy and achievements. I'll never buy a multi-platform game on Switch. Like, there's no like if Call of Duty or Destiny 2 or something came out, like unless I'm really unless I'm really intrigued about the portability of it. And I did that with NBA Playgrounds because I wanted to just play portable. I got it on Switch, but I would just get it on PS4. But NBA Playgrounds also didn't have platinum, so that it just had a few trophies. So that kind of it's just like stupid. They're just like leaving money on the table. And I feel like internally they just rather not be called an imitator of Sony or Xbox.
Yeah, because how long did it take you to get to what level you are? 30, something like that.
20, just about to hit 29.
Just about to hit 29. So it's like that took forever. I mean, starting from scratch probably wouldn't give you the same amount of, forward motion. You're probably like not as interested in, because that took so long to get to 29.
I have 6,992 trophies.
That's insane. That's a ton.
And let's see, the first trophy I earned was in 2009.
Jeez.
January of 2009.
You've been earning trophies for almost 10 years, man.
I know. So it's like...
You're going to have a 10-year anniversary?
We'll have a party.
Yeah. Jeez.
But that makes sense. I never thought of it that way, but that totally makes sense. I mean, why would you buy a multi-platform game on the Switch if you are someone who enjoys trophies?
Or even like Xbox versus PlayStation. Like, I have an Xbox, but I'll get only the Xbox exclusives on it. I'm not going to get Destiny 2 on it or whatever. Even if I know people who are playing it, like that happened. Like, now PlayStation is a more popular console, but when I had a PlayStation 3 in 2009, it was not the most popular console. Everyone I knew had an Xbox.
Yeah,
and I was given this PlayStation. I got some trophies, and then I just started rolling with it, and now I'm forever stuck with PlayStation, and it's just like annoying because it's like I would love to play Splatoon 2 with some friends, but I'm not going to go through that headache. Like I just won't. It's not worth it.
No dongles for Steve.
No.
Yep.
No dongles.
He's dongleless.
Dongleless. That was an epic rant there.
Yeah, I didn't really mean to go all ham on that.
You went ham.
The thing is, I like Splatoon 2. It's just like it has like a huge issue with it that just ruins it. So
it has a Nintendo issue.
Huge Nintendo issue. They'll just never learn. I just feel like we should just put up and shut up because I don't think they'll ever change unless they get some non-traditional CEO or architect in there. Like, I wonder if Miyamoto is like if this is all just Miyamoto's fault.
I don't know.
It's hard to say.
You think he's that hands-on?
I don't know who would be in charge of saying, okay, this is what we want for multiplayer and stuff like that. I don't know. Never really looked into it like that far before. Because you just always look at Miyamoto as just the designer of cool games, but never looked at him as is he the architect behind the online experience too?
Yeah,
I'm sure he has his 2 cents. That's for sure.
I get the sense that because just from remembering random articles and interviews and stuff like that, I feel like he would just have his hand in every single pie at Nintendo. He wants to know. He wants to be involved with everything that's going on. So, I don't know.
I love pie.
A Miyamoto less Nintendo would be a very different Nintendo, I would think.
It would suck.
We'll see. I mean, he's not going to live forever. He's got to retire at some point.
He could live forever. He'll just come up with a Miyamoto robot.
It's like Walt Disney, man.
Yeah, he's still alive.
Cryogenic.
How old is he? Oh, Miyamoto's only 64, actually. That's not that old.
Nintendo 64, right there.
Oh, how do they have not taken advantage of that?
Miyamoto 64 right there.
We should roll through some of these news stories.
Yeah.
Hit them up.
Because it's already been like an hour.
Yeah, it has. Well, we haven't chatted in a while.
I know. It's been a while.
Number one, Longbow Games announces Gollum is coming to Steam this year. So there's a trailer on the website. Quote, no one knew who built the ancient tower that loomed beside the coast. She figured water must once have flowed down in great aqueducts into her village, but even her grandfather couldn't remember seeing the mill's old water wheel turn. These days it was the job of her and the other children to travel out to the tower and collect what little water bubbled up from the ground and the caves beneath it, but everything was about to change when she found the orb glowing beneath the puddles and the hidden tower door slowly opened. There's a trailer on the site. You can go to the Steam page, add it to your wish list. This is from the Hermione. I forget the games that they work on. Hedge something.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I can't pronounce it right now.
Hegemony or something like that?
Hegemony or whatever, yeah.
I was going to say
Hegemony.
Yeah.
This game kind of looks like it's going to be Prince of Persia inspired. Classic Prince of Persia inspired.
Yeah, reminding me of Journey a little bit too.
Yeah. I'll check it out.
Number 2, Halcyon 6 Lightspeed Edition's coming August 10th, so this week.
Prince of Persia with a Z plane. Sorry, Halcyon?
Halcyon, yeah, sorry. I was just kind of going quick hits.
No, let's do it. Let's do it.
Wrap it up.
Halcyon 6 will have a streamlined campaign, streamlined all systems, new officer progression system, new ship loadouts, new difficulty mode, enhanced combat, new UI.
Cool.
It's trailer on the site.
Wonder if it's free.
Actually,
Lightspeed Edition.
It is.
If it's free, if you already own it.
Yes.
Sick. Oh, it says so right there. Done. I'll check it out. I own it, so I'd be interested.
This will probably just be the new edition of Halcyon 6, right? Like, you can't buy the old one. Like, now every new...
Well, most likely, yeah.
Every edition.
Because, I remember talking with them about the campaign and how it's just so blah. And so I'm really interested to see how the streamlinedness of it is. So,
yeah,
it could be good.
Yeah, true. Number 3, and 4 we could put together, but Rocket Ship Park is looking for beta testers for block dropping, so you can hit them up at Twitter or on Twitter at rocketship_park. I've been playing some block dropping; it's pretty fun.
Yeah,
cool. I have not tried this. Where can I play this? iOS. Cool.
Yeah, man. Send them an email. Tell them I sent you.
No Droid. Don't care.
No, I don't think they're releasing the game for Droid.
Well, they should.
Wow. Maybe you should release Billions of Cats for iOS, you know?
I don't own a Mac.
Flip the switch.
If I owned a Mac, I could flip the switch.
Oddbird Studios also looking for beta testers for Arrowheads, too, so...
Lots of beta testing going on.
Yeah.
Do it.
Number 5, Use Your Words is on Switch now.
Yes.
Making it the second Toronto developed game that's on Nintendo Switch, so it's $14.99.
Oh, is this that quiz show game?
Yeah, it's like use your phone. It's like a party.
Right. Yeah, that could be fun.
It's on Xbox One, PlayStation 4, Wii U, Switch, Steam.
Tight.
Who knows what else?
Brental Floss, he had a part in this game. I don't know if he did the music for it or what, but he worked on it in some way.
Yeah, he's a big YouTuber, right?
Yeah.
Nice.
Mr. Floss.
Number
cool.
5 or 6. Blue Isle Studios announces Citadel Forge with Fire. Looks like a first-person Harry Potter MMO.
Looks pretty interesting.
Yeah, it's. I thought when I saw MMO, I was like, "Holy shit, this game will not be out for a long, long time." And then they had a beta earlier, like late last month. And the full.
It's looking pretty interesting.
Yeah, full release planned for 2018. So they were like pretty far into development. I haven't taken a huge look into this, but when I saw MMO, I was just like, this game won't be out for 2 or 3 years, and that turned into 1 year. So,
Oh, you know, I've never played an MMO before.
Nothing?
Yeah,
I've never played one.
Nothing.
World of
Warcraft. Nothing.
Nothing.
I don't even know where to start with that.
Blizzard games. Never played World of Warcraft or any of that stuff. Not one.
I've played since EverQuest. That was like my first. Well, I guess you could say Ultima Online, but I've been playing probably hardcore since EverQuest, And then I played all the way up for like World of Warcraft. I went pretty hard with it up until I think, geez, I can't remember the winter one. I totally forgot what that was
Oh,
called now.
the Lich King Storm or whatever.
Yeah, the Lynch King one.
Yeah.
So what's the draw for an MMO? Well, like what?
At the time, it was just to play with my friends.
Right.
Yeah, and you get your like one character, and you kind of build them how you see them, sort of thing. And it's just, I don't know. Yeah, I was kind of like Brett. Like I didn't play Ultima, but I played EverQuest and I played World of Warcraft. I quit around Burning Crusade.
Like I don't even play Uncharted online, or like Last of Us online, or anything like that. I don't even play those.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, like I never really played with my friends. I just played while talking to my friends. Like it was kind of like an MSN Messenger, especially EverQuest, because I had like 2 or 3 friends that were just really hardcore into EverQuest. That they were always playing, and they're way farther than me. So I just started playing just so I can kind of chat with them and stuff.
I really enjoyed EverQuest. Like I guess going back to like the MMO experience was really just playing with my friends. It was something that we were doing in college and university and stuff. And it was just like, we'd go and do stuff, and then it's like, okay, we weren't going to the club or anything, so it's like, yo, let's just play online, And then we just played online, went and did adventures and all that jazz.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of different now because like back then consoles didn't really have online play. Like I played EverQuest, I guess. Actually, I guess like Xbox and PS2 were just getting started, but it was totally just the beginning of it. And I didn't really play online console gaming until PS3. So back then when I played MMOs, playing online with friends was kind of like a PC only thing and kind of like a newer thing. So that's what kind of got me into it. I haven't really played too much MMOs since World of Warcraft. Really, I played a little bit of Final Fantasy 14, but just didn't have the time for it. So,
yeah, I played a little bit of that game too. But like lately, and I was just talking to someone too about MMOs, and I'm like, I can never get back into it. Not now. I'm too far gone.
Yeah, it's such a time sink. Like when you play an MMO and really get into it, that's all you're playing. Like it's hard to play other games. Mm-hmm. Also, stop typing on the keyboard.
It's not me.
Sorry, it's me.
Number 7.
Hands-free.
We got the first look at Tiny Rails on Steam, so there's YouTube.
We should talk about that last.
Should we?
Well, yeah.
The new 7, Graceful Explosion Machines, coming to PlayStation 4 and Steam.
Nice.
The Switch game that came out in early April, is now coming to PS4. I took a look at the trophies today. They look pretty good. It's coming out on Tuesday, I believe, I want to say. It's August 8th. So you can pick it up on PS4 and Steam. And I recommend the game. It's a lot of fun. I don't think
friend of the show, Dave Proctor, had a hand in helping bring this to PlayStation 4 and Steam, I believe.
That's right. I saw that. He tweeted that, I think, right? And
yeah, he tweeted it.
Formerly of 13 AM Games.
Yeah, he did some freelance work for these guys for what do they call it? Vertex Pop, right?
Vertex Pop, yeah.
Mm-hmm. I'm excited to play this on PS4. I'll definitely get it on PS4.
Hey, tweet, holy crap, big announcement. I've been working with Vertex Pop to help bring Graceful Explosion Machine to PS4 and Steam. What an awesome ride. I'll retweet.
Tight.
You know what that means? Trophies.
Yeah, I took a look at them today, and they're not that bad, actually.
Nice.
Cool.
I don't know if I'll double dip in the game, to be honest. I might wait for a sale. Just because I'm so deep into GTA 5 and Persona 5 and some other games right now that, like, I bought Cryptarch too. I forgot to say that. That was like the last Toronto game I've played, and I haven't really played that much just because there's just been other games that have kind of been driving me a little bit more. So
you were rocking Persona there for a while too, no?
Yeah, I was. It's just that game. There's just too much of it. Like it just
it's too much.
That's just a great explanation of it. Just too much of it.
Kind of like how you were saying with LA Noire, where you'll play a case and then you'll feel accomplished. Persona 5, you can play for an hour and all you'll do is just like study and play with your friends and and eat a burger, and that's your hour. Like that's all you did in the game, and you're just like, So it's a huge grind, that game.
So that's the definition of a grind.
It's so much. There's so much stuff you can level up, and you can only do one thing at a time, because it's like you go to school, and then like you only have the evening to either hang out with someone or do an activity or study or whatever, and then it's the next day and there's some story stuff. Like it's super interesting, and it's just like I just don't have the like endurance for that kind of game anymore. Like it's just it's just tough. Like I wish it came out when I was in high school.
So maybe if you were like retired, you could do it.
Pretty much. Like it's just tough. Like, but I downloaded it, and so I have it. Like I didn't delete it. Like I want to play it, and it's not really, the story's not super. Like I could probably not play it for a month and come back and still kind of know what's going on. So
that's what I'm saying, man. Short games are great. Like it's usually such a complaint. Like a lot of reviewers actually just complain about how, oh, this game's only 9 hours or something like that. And whenever I hear that, I'm like, what are you talking about? That's great.
Yeah, I think I'm starting to get in that boat too now. I know I always complain about how short a game is, but like with just my lifestyle and how I've been like, I'm busy. So if I want to play a game, it actually kind of has to be a little bit shorter now for me. So I kind of don't mind the shortness of it, but I don't like the price for the short game. I think the price value for the short game isn't really where I want it to be right now, but I do have a respect for the short game.
For me, it's like I'm in both camps. I like both, but I think for a longer game, I just want there to be a substantial something every hour. In GTA 5, I could do a couple missions and raise a lot of money and level up a couple times in 1 hour, and it feels good. But Persona 5, like I mentioned, you would just do some activities and nothing happens, and you just kind of feel like you wasted it. So I'm kind of in that boat too, where I like my short games. Cryptarch is good for that too, because the missions take maybe like 15-20 minutes. I'm trying to think of what a short game I've played recently, but nothing's coming to the top of my head. But I'm kind of in both camps. But I feel I understand what when
like I rocked Horizon and I really enjoyed it, and yeah, it took I can't remember how long it took me, but it was whatever it was, 25, 30 hours or whatever. But I had a lot of fun playing that. That was great. But at the same time, I really enjoyed just crushing a game in 4 hours and just getting the whole narrative experience, just being fully enveloped in it for a while. And especially, like I said earlier, if it's got something that'll bring you back to play it again, some replayability in there, then that for me hits the sweet spot right now, because life's too busy to sit down and play Witcher 3.
Witcher 3 is like one of those games I bought and was all ready to dive in, and I just like, it's sitting on my queue, and I have like one trophy in it. I played it for maybe an hour, which means I didn't play it at all. And wrapping up, as we mentioned, first look at Tiny Rails on Steam. There's a YouTube video that I posted. And it's coming out, as Brent mentioned, on Tuesday. So
it's a big day for me.
There you go.
That's awesome, dude.
I know, it's been a lot of work.
Yeah, you've been pulling late hours on that one.
Yeah.
It looks great. I had a lot of fun playing it on iOS. Yeah, it's pretty dope.
Tell me more.
Off the podcast. Let's wrap this up.
No, I actually, I hope everyone wants to buy it and play it and enjoy it. Like, my team of 6 have been we've been busting our ass off on this game, taking it from mobile to the console or computer. It's coming to the console. We're working on that too.
Whoa, really?
Yeah, we're trying. We're going to see what we can do. It's on our to-do list.
Is that a scoop?
Yeah, I guess so. Whatever. So yeah, we're working our way on things, and I'm designing a ton of new features for the mobile one. So I'm bouncing back between the Steam version, and now we're going back to mobile. I have to do a whole bunch of mobile stuff. which will then eventually come back to the Steam version. It's a lot. Like, I'm going to be working on Tiny Rails for a long time, and there's just tons of stuff. So hopefully people buy it and enjoy it. And you can talk to us on Reddit, and we have Discord as well, so you can actually like talk to me directly about ideas and things you hate or like about the game. So we're very accessible too. So yeah, it's fun. I hope everyone likes it.
Yeah, man. I enjoyed it. Like I said, I enjoyed playing on iOS. I thought it was fun. It was satisfying, even just having the train just take it off and going through all the different scenery and whatnot. Like just watching it just travel through towns and plains and over bridges and stuff. I'm just going, this is actually pretty satisfying and relaxing, just sitting here watching this train move.
Cool. That's episode 81, TorontoGameDevs.com podcast. I think we're going to try to do week to week again. Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah, we will. I've been busy, man. So
yeah, man, it's fine. Life is busy. If you want to follow Brett in all his busyness, you can do so at Brett Meeser on Twitter and TP Smoke on Twitter. No, Brett Meeser on Twitch and Facebook and Instagram and all that stuff, right?
Yeah.
Tweet of the week is from Compose and Dan. I checked out Brett's Twitter and there wasn't anything worthwhile. So finally finished this project.
I haven't even tweeted in like weeks.
Yeah, I know that.
I've been dead. Like, I've not been Facebooking, nothing. Yeah, it's been bad.
Tweet of the week, finally finishing this project. Took forever to get back into it. But the studio will be a finely oiled machine instead of a total mess.
Cool. I don't know why I didn't pick the one about short games, because that's been a theme of the podcast.
Well,
but
we
that's
already
cool.
talked about it all the time.
All right.
Whatever.
Epic fail.
Because Oxenfree you mentioned as a 33-year-old person, I gotta say, we already talked about this.
I don't know. I think we just need to get you some Ginkgo biloba so you can remember that stuff, you know?
Okay, whatever.
Callbacks.
Yeah. Just referencing the old podcast the whole time.
Got to get meta up in this podcast.
This has kind of been a throwback episode. We mentioned a lot of things from back in the day.
Yeah, it's totally. Yeah, this is an old school episode.
The basketball, the Mario Kart, your stupid reference just now.
There was another one too. I can't remember it.
Yeah, I can't remember. We can talk about how Brett still owes me 2 dinners from.
Oh yeah,
President Plucker too.
Well, it's got $1,000 saved up, so
yeah, that's
I do. I'm buying a car, guys.
Well, you're buying me dinner first, bro.
Well, I'm in Toronto on Tuesday, but you're probably too busy. So
you're always saying you're a man of word. You got your ancestors in your back pocket.
I do. Well, I'm just not in your city.
You can
far away.
You can Uber eat something to me.
Yeah, sorry. Uber eat something too.
I guess we could use technology like that. Guess so.
If you like this podcast, give it 5 stars on iTunes and on Google Play and wherever else I might have put it. I can't remember now, as Dan always jokes about. You can follow us on Twitter, Reddit, Facebook, all that good stuff. TorontoGameDevs, just Google it and just tell you and just follow all the things that pops up. And we'll see you hopefully next week.
Cool.
Cool.
Peace.